Good morning, it's Rosalie with Can't Wait to Plan. How are we doing today? Okay, so I had to, it seems like every time I need to make a craft, it's because I have to do it. Left alone, I keep trying to organize my craft room. Can you relate? Anyway, so of a new but very good client of mine, her mom recently passed away. It was super sad. She had cancer. I met her once. She came to one of our networking meeting to help out, and she was so sweet. She bought a few things from me as well, and I just couldn't believe that she's gone. But in any case, I actually made my friend a card already. This been like a month or so ago, but then I found out that her mom loves butterfly, so I ditched that, and I only see her like once every couple of months. So it took a little while from the next time I see her, but in any case, it's no big deal. She knew that this was coming. So I went through my stash and I found this, you know, a lot of the butterfly collection that I have, or butterfly images that I have, or so on, tend to be a little bit more brilliant, a little bit more colorful. So I actually not navigate, what's the word? Steer towards something maybe a little bit darker, a little bit, I don't want to say sadder, but you know, but I didn't want it to be so happy. And butterfly has always hold a really special place in my heart as well. So I thought it'd just be really appropriate. I'm sorry. To make her this card. So any case, yeah, her mom used to live with her as well. So it's been really, really hard on my friend. In any case, I found this collection called Flight of the Butterfly, the Mirror Magic collection. And Mirror Magic means that it's super, super shimmery, and it's, you know, sometimes that can be good, sometimes it's not so good. But with every collection, this is a Hunkydory collection. With every collection they always give you a really nice idea sheet, and you know, stuff that comes with the products that are available for the collection. So they have, I'm going to show you real quick just the main sheet. This one is called 𝗹𝗵𝗸𝗲 Delight, and it has this beautiful kind of copperish, brownish tint to the whole thing. Comes with cardstock and everything else. These are toppers and cardstock and the insert that you can use to make your card. The next one is called Butterfly Blues, and it's stunning, kind of like a tealy blue colors for the papers and everything else. And again, just so pretty. And then we have Vintage Moments, and this have a much darker brown color. This one seems a little sad to me, so I didn't go with that. And then I found out that her mom's favorite color is blue or green anyway, in accordance to these 4 colors. So I went with the last one, which is, because this is nice too, but I like this one. So this is the In Full Flight, and it has a tint of goldish, greenish color, and it's colorful enough, but it's not too sad. The blue one, was still a little bit too colorful for me, but this one I thought was really, really nice. So that's what I went with. And so with these topper sheets, you had this background paper, which is the one I chose, and then you also have this background paper, which tend to be, this is more green, and you can see this is more kind of a very, very pale green, more towards a light gold color. And then with that, you have the coordinating insert sheets in case you want to do something on the inside where you sign your sentiment. And then that's one goes with that one. So this is the one I picked. So I decided, so the paper, these are A4 paper. The paper always is like 8 7/5 by 11 7/5 or something like that, 8.25 maybe, or 8 point, I think, yeah, it's 8.7. A4 is 8.25 by 11.75. So it's like a quarter of an inch shorter and narrower than in the American 8.5 by 11, but nevertheless, so I decided to do a 8x8 card. I hate to waste the paper, so when you do 7 by 7, it seems to be like you would only have a little bit left, and it make me feel like I can't really use it, and I just wanted to use everything I have for the card. So that's what I decided to go with. And because of this border, which I thought was just stunning, I wanted to do, I really like the fold, the Z fold, not a Z fold, I don't know what it's called, but a kind of side gatefold card. So that's what I came up with. So that's the one we did here. So let me show you exactly what I did here in case you like the style and wanted to do it. So because the card is 8 by 8 and I wanted it to, so I trim it down a little bit just to make it exactly 8 by 8. And but when I saved this panel to use for here, it was just a little bit short. So it came to like there. Can you see that this part is this background paper doesn't have this part there. So this came from when I trim out, initially I took out all of the toppers and so forth because they're just, they're already punch out, so you took it all apart. And I always save everything until I finish. So I had this long piece here, which oh no, I didn't do that. It wasn't that. It was when you trim this bit at the bottom, because it's 8 by 1/4, I had like a quarter of an inch long piece like that. So I just use that, tilt it on the side, and I glue it here. So that allows me to make that. So all I did was I take an 8 by 8 card and I fold it in half on the side. I didn't want it to do it this side because of the way the borders were, and so on. So I did it that way. I use, just talk about the inside, I used the insert paper and I just did it there. So now I can do my sign, my sentiment for her, and it's kind of, even if she wants to display it like this, it's sort of hidden, private of what I wrote for her. And I used the rest of the paper just kind of in the back just to make it a little bit more finish because it was so stark white. The only 8 by 8 card I have, or big paper I have, is from Hunkydory, and it's the pure white paper. It's not ivory. This background would do well in a with an ivory card too, but I didn't have that. Okay, so that's what I did for the background. Then I went to all of the toppers, and at the end, I didn't like any of the toppers. I started with the background paper. I put this on here. It just didn't look right. This was a little bit too brownish. This would go better with this background paper here. And actually, I think this one, because of the image here, this would go well there too. So none of these really spoke to me when I put it on here. But luckily, out of all of the out of all the product the other product they have in the range, they also have this cute little 4x6 card. And these, by the way, is super thick paper. It's like 350 GSM. It's so nice to work with. So I had this, and couple of the pieces was in there was this one right here, which I absolutely love because it goes with the green background there. Can you see? Yeah. And so on. So I all I did was I trim it to a square, whatever it was. I think it's a little bit under 4. And when I put it on there by itself, it was, of course, just, you know, kind of merge into the whole thing, which could be a nice look, because if you pop it up with foam dots, then it's sort of, it's more like a, as if you just took a chunk of that paper and just lifted up, which is, could be a very nice image as well. I should have tried that. I'd actually never even tried it. I always thought that I would actually mat it out. So to mat it out, I don't have any of this strange mirror mat thing. I could use a, you know, one of their mirror, what do you call it? Foil paper. This is one from Griffin, which is a little bit matted, and then the Hunkydory has one that's a lot shinier, but it seems a little bit too loud for this condolence card. So at the end, I found in my stash, I have pearlescent card. This is like a shimmer pearlescent card. It's not even that thick of a card. It's not even a cardstock. I got it from Michael's a while back, and the shimmer is nice, but it's subtle. You know, it's not very very in your face. So I like that. So I trim out a piece, but again, when I pop it onto the thing, it was still a little loud. So I went and found in my stash, I also have these. These were all on sale when I got it. So I got, pretty much I had the whole thing. Like this was originally $10 for the vellum. I got it for $5. And so they had all these beautiful, actually I'll check out two. They had these beautiful vellum sheet that kind of coordinate. You see how this one coordinate with this? I was going to use that, but I kind of feel it would be wasteful for that, because all I did was going to mat it. So I went with this one, which is just a kind of a busy pattern paper, vellum paper, and I just trim a small piece to mat underneath here, just to soften the gold a little bit more. And originally I cover the whole mat of the gold, but I thought it just give a little bit better texture if I just trim the vellum mat to be a little bit smaller. It's still quieted down, but it's not too quiet, you know, because after I did the other one, it was sort of a little bit too much. Okay, so now I wanted something here, and I've tried all of these, you know, all of these various toppers they have here. None of them really works. This one would have worked, but it's a many things. It doesn't have the right sentiment. So again, luckily I had it in my stash. The perfect verses, it's all sentiment, but it's a little bit longer. These type of thing on craft paper. It's not even card. It's very thin craft paper, but it's beautifully foil, and you get a whole bunch of, you get like 6 design, and you get 8 of each. And all you do is you just trim out the size you need and put it in the inside of your card, the outside of your card, or whatever. So I found one. They had one sheet that talks about condolences. It say the loss is immeasurable, and so is the love left behind. Memories are the gift our loved ones leave behind. May you cherish all the special time you share. Always remember you are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and more loved than you know. And I will ride out the storm with you, and we can wait for the rainbow together. Brighter days are on the horizon. It's so sweet. So anyway, I decided to go with this one. The loss is immeasurable one. And so I trimmed it out again in a little bit of a square, since, you know, I kind of want to mimic the card shape and the inside. And I had a, I just had like some scrap paper from the like I was mentioning, when I took these out, I had this bit here. So I just trim it out, and I just glue it together and made a square, so it has a hole in the middle, but it didn't matter. And then I matted also with the gold outside. And I add a few pearl stuff they have here in this beautiful kind of like, I'll show it to you. Hunkydory have these pearl dots. They're so nice. They come in a variety of different colors, blues and neutrals and gold and green, purple, pink, and red, and so on. So I had this one is like the amber, I think it's called. I don't know, vintage browns. And I picked the darkest one that goes with this. And I used the smallest one onto this little thing. I added, it seems a little bit naked, so I added I had a beautiful Anna Griffin bow, pre-tie bow in silk or satin or whatever you call it, double-faced. Is it satin? Satin, I think, right? That I glue on top just to make it more, I don't know, more complete. And then I used the middle-sized one over here in the corner of that. And then I had a little tag that was in here, this one right here, that say for you. And so I just added the largest pearls on top of the tag card where the hole is. And I popped that on popped up. This, by the way, is on pop-ups on the foam, yeah? And then when I close it here, if you can imagine, without these, it just seems a bit naked because I think I should have done a 7x7 card because this is just a little bit too small, but you know, in accordance. So again, the postcard pad or whatever it is came to the rescue. They had this one in there that's just simply lovely. I was going to use some of I got zillion butterfly embellishment, but the color didn't quite match. So I used that. I actually used my craft knife. I've never used that, but to cut out stuff. But a lot of these the paper is so thick that when you trim it out with scissors, when you go through the corner of these, it just starts to ruin the paper. So I used the craft knife. It wasn't bad at all. I imagined it to be just so painful, but it wasn't. And I just trimmed them out of these, and I used the 3 smaller ones. So I have the 2 larger one left. And I just originally, I kind of curved them up a little bit, and I was going to add foam dot, and then I decided to use the silicone liquid paper, which is really nice, but because it went on this foil card, it took forever to set in because the foil card has a coating on it, so it's not really porous, and these just take a lot of time. It's a solvent based glue. It takes a lot of time to set in, so it takes like 15 minutes, and I just didn't have so this still a little bit pop up, but so I just kind of smash it down, get it to quiet down. So I should have add foam dots on that or glue dot. I think that would make it look nice. But it fills out the card, and I thought that was super sweet. And that's about it, I think. Okay, then I needed a envelope, the 8x8 envelope. And in my stash, I found these alphas. I don't even know where it's from. I think it might have been from a magazine. Like, sometimes they have a thing that you tear out, and all I did was I just cut out her name, and it matched quite well the field, because you see how these have jagged edge as well as if you tear the paper. It's just reminisce of this corner here, or the edges of this paper. And so I just cut out her name and glued on here. I didn't do a good job of centering it, but what the heck. And voila, everything is done. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I hope she loves it, and that it will remind her of all the great things and the great time she had with her mom every time she looked at it. And I'll do my sentiments right here after I finish this video, and I will see her later today to give it to her. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Today is Friday. I probably won't be able to get this up until tomorrow, but I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend ahead, and love and reach out to someone and tell them that you love them. Okay, you guys take care. I love you, and I really appreciate all of you stopping by. And again, bye for now.